What's going on, everybody? It's FREEDO here for Your Overwatch. BlizzCon is going on, so for all I know, by the time this video goes up, we're gonna get a super secret surprise. Maybe a mysterious figure is going to hack the main stage. Woo! We are really excited for the new things that Overwatch is going to be bringing us, and although we can be very critical about the game and how it's played, we want to take a moment today to stop and reflect on the top 5 things Overwatch did right. Overwatch is a gaming sensation. There's always things to fix and perfect with anything. But if Blizzard didn't do a good enough job to begin with, all of us might not be as invested in the game as we are. So let's break it down. Starting with number 5, all-inclusive sticker price. Now, yes, I know there is some disagreement about this. We have talked about it on the channel before. There's been a lot of criticism about how the microtransactions work in this game. But as far as we're concerned, we're used to multiplayer games like Counter-Strike having aesthetic items that are essentially off limits to you unless you're willing to pay an exorbitant amount. Transitioning into Overwatch for us seemed fair, and in some ways even fairer than the hundreds and thousands of dollars it takes to obtain some items in CSGO. But more importantly, I think, is to recognize and respect the game elements that are all inclusive, which matters to me the most. The fact that we know going into this game and investing our time into it that there will never be a hero that's locked behind a paywall or a map that only a portion of the player base can play. It's set up in a strong, fair way that's going to build longevity for the game. And no matter what, all of us will be playing the same game at the same time. Your character might have a fancier skin than mine does, but you don't have access to powers in the game that I don't, or to gameplay experiences that I don't. And that's a beautiful thing. Honestly, I think from our standpoint, we'd like to see them increase the microtransactions, more aesthetic items, and give us more content. More maps, more heroes, up the production. Speed this along. Just take my money and make stuff. And moving on to number 4 is a big reason why the Your Overwatch crew love this game so much. It has a base platform for an esport. Now, a lot of this is still in the works. I'll give you that. We have a lot of criticisms about how the game functions as well as spectates as an esport that needs to get fixed before it's there. But in Overwatch's first year, I think we have a lot to build on. One big positive is that the game appeals to multiple regions in the world, which is big for esports. It's incredibly exciting to see regions compete with each other, build teams, have different metas in different areas. Other esports benefit from this, and the more widely popular a game is, the higher level of play that can be achieved. Now, obviously, Blizzard definitely needs to work on the spectating experience. I advocate for statistical tracking that matters. If you were a fan of StarCraft 2 as an esport, you know that the casters could pull up all sorts of charts and data and get all sorts of information from what's going on in the game. I'd like to see those same things in Overwatch to translate why AKM is so sick. I want to know what his headshot percentage is. I want to see how many duels each pro wins in an engagement. What is working, and break it down for me. Instead of a big cluster of chaos on screen, I think once they have those tools, it can be broken down in a way that players can understand. In America, the biggest sport for us is the NFL. One thing that we're spoiled with is that magical yellow line that sets where the first down marker is. That wasn't always there, folks. And for the most casual of viewer, most people know the goal of the team is to get the ball past that yellow line each time so they can keep the drive alive. Once Overwatch develops its own version of those magical yellow lines and indicators for the casual viewer to understand what's going on, it's going to blossom as an esport. I think it's amazing now for Overwatch nerds like myself, but as a lot of analysts are predicting, Overwatch could be the next big esport, and I hope it makes it. On to number 3. Even more important than the highest level of play is the varied skill sets that Overwatch facilitates. If you've played Counter-Strike for years, your skill sets are viable. If you've played MMO games or MOBA games, your skill sets are viable. Overwatch has so much going on, there's going to be a hero for you or a skill set for you that you can shine in. If you're good at ability timing, positioning, and coordination with your team, tanks and supports will be great for you. If you played a ton of Quake, CS, Tribes, games like these, you'll probably succeed with the DPS roles. And this is a beautiful thing. It's almost impossible for a game to bring so many different types of players into one community. No matter what game you came from, no matter where your skill set lies, or how good your mechanics are, with a bit of knowledge, you can unlock big playmaking opportunity for your team and have a lot of fun in Overwatch. And I really hope that this channel has done that for you guys, and based upon the feedback that we get on a regular basis, I think it has. Number 2, polish. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody because Blizzard does polish. They always have. They've been around forever. Blizzard does not push out unfinished, half-baked products, and Overwatch definitely delivers. It isn't just the ideas that they had, but also the confidence that us as consumers and gamers can have in Blizzard that things are going to work properly and the philosophy of the game makes sense. Yes, of course, especially on this channel, we have our nitpicky complaints about this thing or the next thing that we'd like to get addressed, but our feelings in the background at all times is respect for the polish that Blizzard puts into this game. Now, the downside of polish sometimes is that development can take a long time. Overwatch was a completely reworked game, so sometimes we like to advocate Blizzard letting their hair down once in a while. You don't have to be so perfect all the time. We already love you. The criticisms of their perfectionism is the ultimate nitpick. Most gaming publishers can't even come close to the production value that Blizzard gives to its games, and Overwatch is night and day when compared to other shooters that get pumped out year after year. And on to the number one thing that we think Overwatch did right, and that's a charismatic universe. All the characters in this game are appealing, and that doesn't happen by accident. I think characters are a big part of it, but I think the whole package of Overwatch is just pure whimsy and fun. Everything feels very Disney, and the premise of the call to action for heroes to overcome tragedy and band together to save the day, it's a tone and theme that appeals to all age groups. Tracer is undeniably charming. Reinhardt is undeniably inspiring. The heroes in this game aren't just good for cosplay, to dress up as these characters. When we're playing in this game, we almost feel inspired to live up to these heroes. It unlocks this heroic emotion within us as gamers, which is a powerful thing. And I know I'm getting kind of deep with this stuff. I do love this game, but I don't think I'm exaggerating. The affectation that Overwatch has on viewers and players, and even people that are just interested in the lore and story of it, I think effectively gives you dopamine, which if you don't know is the chemical that your brain releases to emit the feeling of happiness. It comes out when you eat a little bit of chocolate or you get a hug from a loved one. It's that warm cuddle that a lot of gamers are looking for. There's a lot of evil in the world and we all know it. And for a lot of people, games are a place where we turn to close those things off, to just tap into a bit of happiness. A lot of games try to do this, but very few are able to reach players' hearts like Overwatch can. So despite if you like the competitive aspect of the game or not, I think a lot of players, fans, viewers of the game are around simply because of the pure joy the game can bring, which exists in the gameplay, in the universe, in the charm that the heroes have. We all feel it, and I think that's why we love this game so much. That's why oftentimes on stream as I play, I can't help but be laughing constantly. Everything is just so fun, even if it is at the same time a challenging competitive experience. It's the best of both worlds. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If I missed anything that you think is a crucial aspect about Overwatch's success, please leave it in the comment section below. We are expecting game-changing news at any moment from BlizzCon, so we'll be here to cover it when that drops. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. We do upload each and every day, and be sure to click the little bell icon to make sure you get the notifications for our videos. Follow us on Twitch. We stream every day as well. Dank emotes on deck. The stream's been growing. We have a lot of fun doing it, and the more of you that show up, the longer we stream. I hope you come check it out. You're gonna want to sign up for email notifications for the stream because we often are live when our videos go live. We may start much earlier or go much later around the time of the videos, and once in a while sneak in a cheeky extra stream late at night if I feel like it. Check out our Discord server, linked in the description. You can use it to find teammates to pair up with. Follow us on Twitter at YourOverwatchYT for stream announcements, updates, and other cool things. Hit like on the video if you did enjoy. It really does help us out. That's been it for me. I've been Freedo for Your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.